Is Bitcoin about to take a massive dump, or are we going to head past all-time highs? Let's get into the charts. Welcome back to Max Trades Crypto. Today we're going to be going over a few scenarios on the longer term time frame. I haven't done this in a while, so it's actually very exciting for me to get back into it. And I'm going to be changing a few things in the sense of how we look at the charts, right? We're going to be going over support and resistance, Elliott Wave Theory, trend lines, and liquidity in the future videos. This just helps us to trade on a more confluence basis in the sense of lots of things going towards the same idea, right? For example, if you use support and resistance and then Elliott Wave Theory, it can use or go together very, very well. But starting on the first scenario on the daily time frame, we are looking at the most moon boy scenario you can picture, right? Just complete 1-2s, 1-2s all the way to the sky. So looking at something like this, where we have a 1-2 in yellow going with a 3-4-5, a 1-2 in blue going with another 3-4-5 inside that yellow wave 3, and so on and so forth. Looking at this then being another 1-2-3-4-5, and another one here, and another one here, and another one here. The likelihood of this scenario happening would take BTC to around $500,000. I don't see this happening anytime soon, but for those people who do believe in Bitcoin out of their minds, this is your guys' main scenario, right? Then on my main scenario at the moment, we have a 5-wave structure that is looking to complete in an extended wave 5, right? So if I do just some education here, we have a normal 5-wave structure called an impulse, right? This is called a 5-wave structure where we label these as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5, right? If inside this wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5, wave 3 is supposed to be the longest wave, but in some occasions we can have an extended wave 5 or an extended wave 1, right? So if we look at this move here, I believe we are in a 5-wave structure with an extended wave 5, a 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5 to end the bull market at around $200,000 to $220,000, right? A 2x from where we are sitting at the moment. But so in this wave 5, we are looking at a blue 5-wave structure, a move here in wave 1. As we can see here, wave 1, 2 down, 3 hitting the 1.618, which is the common target for a wave 3 at $172,000, followed by a wave 4 and then a wave 5. Cool. So if we look at this as our main scenario, then we have to break down what is inside this wave 3, right? Inside the wave 3, we have a bit of an issue. We have 2 issues actually. If we look here just on the daily time frame, we can see here that this move here is very difficult to count as just a standard 5-wave structure. This is a 1, 2, then a 3, but this 3 would then have 3 waves, which can't happen, right? Let's actually look at this on a 4-wave time frame just to break it down better for you guys. So we can see here that we have a 1 little correction, 2 little correction, 3 little correction, 4 not very 5-wave move. Normally in a 5-wave move we would have a 1 down in 2, 3 down in 4, and a wave 5 completing it. But we had all these multi little moves that didn't really confluence with a 5-wave structure, right? So if this isn't a 5-wave structure up, and we are likely in a wave 3, what are we in, right? This would then be my main scenario on the chart, a leading diagonal, right? If I were to do some education here, a leading diagonal is where we have a 5-wave structure up, but instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 where no waves overlap one another, we have a 5-wave structure where waves do indeed overlap, right? This would then be a leading diagonal. Inside this leading diagonal, inside this move here, we have 3 wave structures in each wave. So 3 wave structure up, 3 wave structure down, 3 wave structure up, down, and up again to complete the diagonal. So if we look at what is happening on the chart, we can see here that inside this wave 3 of blue on the longer term time frame, we would need 5 waves, right? 5 waves looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to complete it. But we now have a diagonal. So a leading diagonal in wave 1, followed by a correction in wave 2, then a 3, 4, and a wave 5 to complete this move here on the 3 in blue. That would end up at around, as I said before, $172,000. But if we look here now, we can see here in wave 1, we have 3 waves. We have a possible WXY followed by an X followed by a WXY in Y. So a WXY correction here, W, X, and Y up. That would mean a 3-wave structure in 1, followed by a standard ABC in wave 2, or a WXY, however you want to count it. And then this move up in wave 3 also does not look 5-wave structure like. This looks more like an A, a B, and then a wave C, finishing that wave 3 in green. So overall, we have this leading diagonal here, followed by we are looking for a correction down in an A, B, C in a wave 2, standard correction down. Is this wave 4 in? It's either in or maybe not. We can counter wave 4 as over here, and then this wave 5 to be finished. But I wouldn't mind if we see a wave 4 finishing here, followed by a wave 5 up to around $134,000 as per the trend line here. So around $134,000, $136,000. Or we can count this as a finished wave structure, and as price moves down, we can then buy, hoping for that purple wave 3 in the blue wave 3 as well. That is the main bullish structure on the chart at the moment. Then if I were to look at the long-term bearish structure, the long-term bearish structure is this one here, where we have not completed this wave 2. So we have the standard long-term, if I show you here, this long-term scenario in a 1, followed by, instead of this being a wave 2, we have a longer A, B, and a wave C in the wave 2. That wave 2 would then end at around the 0.618 at $66,800. This is less likely to happen, as we have very impulsive waves that look like they want to go higher, followed by government backing, followed by all the news, and Bitcoin is not going to head down at around $66,000 anytime soon. Maybe in the bear market to follow, but at the moment, the likelihood is very, very low. So I still put this as my main scenario, with this as my 4-hour time frame scenario, where we might look to a correction to around $102,000, $96,000, $90,000, followed by that a move up to around $172,000, right? This actually correlates quite nicely, as we are very, very bullish in the news. And what often happens in crypto bull markets is we see these big corrections, right? You look at your account and then all of a sudden your account is sitting at half of what it was the day before. This is very, very in line with what is happening at the moment. We see these massive, massive downturns. For example, here, starting the bull market, let's say at around 48,000, we saw a move up to 110,000. After that, we still saw $74,000, a reduction in 26%, right? Almost 30% on the chart. That is very, very common in crypto, right? So this move down would also be a common thing to occur, especially in these very, very bull markets. Now, in the next video, we're going to be going over the 4-hour time frame. As I've covered the long-term time frame today and a little bit of the 4-hour, we're going to be breaking down the 4-hour scenario in the next few videos using Elliott Wave Theory, support and resistance, trend lines, and liquidity. All of these will lead to our trade possibilities that will come in the future videos. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Max Trades Crypto. Cheers, guys.